talk to me about a few of the like techniques that people are using to do some creative storytelling in this space.
I think people have to be really creative at this time because we don't have, again, we don't have the hallway talks, we don't have the cooler talk, and we don't see people face to face. So there could be a lot of accolades that are happening, but your manager doesn't know. And so, I mean, I could take myself as an example. I mean, I do workshops all the time, and I could tell people enjoy them, but sometimes they won't take the time to do the survey. And I actually will ask, you know, I'll follow up and ask a few of them to be like, hey, you know, I noticed that you said thank you or anything like that. Could you detail like what about this workshop was so powerful or valuable for you?
Mhm.
And it's so the whole thing that I do in my feedback workshop about not keeping bad feedback bad, meaning that sometimes it's super vague, but if we can draw out those verbatims or those testimonials and show it and surface it up somehow. Now this is where the other psychology piece where we don't feel comfortable being in the spotlight. But I want to encourage, we just talked about what's at stake. I want to encourage people to go out there and just send that email with that verbatim, that screenshot to your manager and just say, hey, you know, it was nice to get this feedback. I mean, you might be cringing inside, it might be super uncomfortable, but trust me, it will help you with your impact. The other thing I see is when people know that they have discussed with their manager that there's a people review meeting coming up. That means all the managers are coming together and they're starting to talk about promotion. Don't be afraid to come up with a summary statement with a 3 bullet point summary to send to your manager, to equip your manager with those talking points. So when that person comes in front of the other managers to make a case about you, that person's equipped. Now that takes guts again. We just talked about imposter syndrome, but it's really, really critical that we do these things. How
Mm.
about you? What are you seeing on the creative level, maybe on the business side?
For sure. I was also thinking in the freelance space. So, you know, we're talking a lot about like managers managing up and reviews, but this is all really applicable to folks who are independent contractors, who are entrepreneurs,
Absolutely.
to demonstrate their impact to get hired and to continue.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all really beautiful techniques. Of course, we've always seen portfolios of work, et cetera, but I love the concept of someone branding themselves on the way in. And I've seen lots of creative ways that people have done that, certainly. Even I've had someone kind of like game SEO results who says, you know, go Google my name and see what comes up. And, you know, and then their profile and some of their work was the first thing featured. They were able to
Love it.
think about how a recruiter would discover them. So on the business front, I definitely see some creativity too. In fact, our team, I'll have to tell a personal story about Lions and Tigers. We just had a quarterly business review with one of our big accounts, and the team shot a video. And so we're a remote team, so it was everyone took their phones out and they all shot these like cute videos. I say cute because I think they're cute, but they were all about, the question was, what impact did you have this quarter?
Mm-hmm.
And we stitched it together, and it was like this just amazing montage. And it was, although it was about us, it was because we were honoring the work we were doing
Mm-hmm.
with clients, and we were so proud of it. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea that the account team came up with. I was also thinking about internal communications. So this is a big practice area that I see growing, which is really the art of emailing or the art of storytelling within your organization. We're seeing tools like Sway or, of course, these like beautiful presentations or PowerPoints being built to demonstrate impact and being shared internally. I love videos. I just love when someone will take and stop and film a quick video and send it off because it's so unexpected. And you can really tell the story in your own words, and you never know where that video is going to go. And then, of course, you are always such a great champion of kudos. We constantly share kudos. We have a kudos channel on our internal team site. And so keeping those archived and documented from a business perspective also makes sense. So for people managers, I love, if I was a manager and my team had been sending me those quotes through the last quarter, to wrap those up into a slide is awesome. We do that in our all staff meetings every month. And then we also do a show and tell, which allows our team to, we can do it with clients, or clients can use this as well. We just have an open hour and 2 or 3 people from our group come and jump on and talk about what they're doing lately, what they've learned, and what templates they've built so that other people can take that learning. So that just creates this like really connected community in a remote workforce where we don't all get to run into each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really effective. I'm trying to think, oh, here's another thing I was observing today is that, for some of us, when I say like the tank is empty and it's really hard to conjure up these elements of success. The other way that I think about reframing that is I think about what am I most grateful for this year? Like, what has been an experience at work or at home that is relevant? And how would I position that? And, for me, uh, really like the gratitude that I have is seeing this thing scale, like seeing other people operate in their highest and best use. That's a gratitude that I have that I could think about reframing into an impact.